Welcome to Love Your Story. This is a 5-part series called Positioning for Success. And today we want to specifically look at how to position ourselves for our next divine appointment. So what does positioning even mean? The best definition that I came up with is what we do with one thing, we do with all things. Often in the holiday season, I take out a big 3,000-piece puzzle with lots of African animals. So there's the elephants, the giraffes, the tigers, and what I do is I gather all the pieces of the elephants together, all the pieces of the giraffe, all the pieces of the zebra, and put them in a pile so when I'm ready to work on that area, it's easy to find. Well, I took a little break one day and went to clean out the dishwasher. And as I did, suddenly I noticed I put all the small plates in one area, the large plates in another area, and the glasses in another area. And then it dawned on me, I was doing exactly the same thing with the puzzle as I was cleaning out the dishwasher. Positioning is what we do with one thing, we do with all things. It carries over in different parts of our life. So in Luke 5, the crowds were pushing against Jesus. He was standing on the seashore and teaching the crowds. And they were hungry. They wanted to hear what he had to say. And so Jesus saw 2 boats at the seashore, and he stepped into one of them and asked the people to push him out just a little ways. And so at that point, he could teach from the boat, and his voice would carry over the water, and everyone could hear. It was no coincidence that this boat he stepped into was Simon Peter's boat. He positioned himself in another way, and that was that Simon Peter had stepped into the boat with him. And when he had finished speaking, he told Simon Peter, launch out into the deep. Simon Peter, was his next appointment. He had positioned himself not only to meet the immediate need, but he positioned himself for his next divine appointment so he could easily just escape the crowds. So how do you position yourself for a divine appointment? Or have you even thought about that? When you get up in the morning, do you just jump out of bed and just move forward with your day, maybe make yourself a cup of coffee and breakfast, or get the kids ready, or whatever it may be, and wait and see how the day unfolds? Or do you get up, think about what you're thankful for? For this is the day the Lord has made. I will rejoice and be glad in it. Do you think of Him? Do you worship Him? Do you ask Him for the next divine appointment? You know, so often we just don't even think about it. Life is busy and it's full, and often we're thinking about whatever the responsibilities are for the day, or at least the morning. And instead, I really encourage you to stop and thank God. Ask Him or tell Him 3 things that you're grateful for today. And not the same 3 things every day, but different things. 3 specific things, maybe before you even get out of bed. And it'll help set the tone for the day. And then as you step into your day, ask Him, what divine appointments do you have for me today? And if you want to take this a little further, I encourage you to track the appointments. I'll tell you, some days you may feel like, well, I don't really feel like I had any divine appointments. But then all of a sudden on another day, there will be several, maybe 2, perhaps 3 or 4. But if you begin tracking them, I think you will be surprised at how many divine appointments that you have. So I encourage you not just to rush into your day, but to stop and thank Him for whatever it is that you are grateful for, and ask Him for whatever divine appointments He has for you today.